Hey, it's Sammy P again, and welcome to the first video in my travel series. I thought what better way to start than by actually reviewing the countries that I've been to and doing it in a fun way, such as actually scratching it off on a scratch map. So what I'm going to do is go through and scratch all of the countries that I've been to. So a couple of rules before I start. Some of these countries have states and some don't. So what I'm going to do is for the US, Canada and Australia, I'm actually going to scratch off the states, and every other country I'm just going to scratch off the country. So for example, I've been to a few states in India, but on this map it's only got the whole country, whereas places like China have like multiple provinces. So I'm going to stick to Australia, the US and Canada for the states and provinces, and the rest is just going to be the entire country. And the second rule is that I must have actually travelled or lived in those countries, so nothing like a stopover. So I'm going to start by scratching off Australia. I think in total I've been somewhere between 25 and 30 countries. I don't exactly remember. I remember the countries, but I don't remember the number. But by the end of it, we will find out exactly how many countries that I've been to. So in spite of living in Australia for close to 30 years, I've actually only been to most of the eastern states. So that includes New South Wales, where I live in Sydney, Queensland, Victoria, and also the Australian Capital Territory. The next country is the country that I was born and that I've travelled to a lot, especially in the last 7 or 8 years, which is India. And the only other place that I've lived, which was for the first 4 or 5 years of my life, was Saudi Arabia. So let's continue in Asia. The next place that I've been to, which was in 2009, was China. The next place that I've been to is Singapore, which I went to in 1998, which is just at the bottom of Malaysia here. It's so tiny that on the scratch map barely visible, but I'll see if I can scratch a little bit off Malaysia at the bottom of Malaysia, and it should reveal Singapore. Alright, the last place that I've been to in Asia is Thailand, which I've been to twice, once in 2010 and once in 2014. Just finishing this side of the world. Another place that I've been to is New Zealand, both the North and South Island, where I went to in 2006. So the last place in the Pacific Islands area is Fiji, which I went to in 2019. First place that I took my daughter, and really is a very child-friendly place, but I'll go through that more detail about Fiji in another video. Alright, let's go to Europe. So in Europe I've been to quite a few countries. In 2008 I went on a Kentucky tour, which I think I went to 16 or 17 countries all around Europe. And in 2017 I went again to Europe and went to many of those countries that I'd already been to. But in summary, I've been to England, France, Spain, Italy, Greece, Turkey, Bulgaria, Serbia,
Switzerland,
Hungary, Austria, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, and then a couple of the smaller ones such as Vatican City, Monaco and Liechtenstein. So I might just start off by scratching out the UK, or England rather. Alright, the last continent is North America, where I've been to Mexico twice, once in 2001 and once in 2015. I've been to Canada and the US more times than I can actually think of. In Canada I've been to Toronto and Montreal and Quebec, so 2 provinces there. And the US I've been on the west coast a few times, so California and Nevada, and quite a few states on the east coast, including New York 3 or 4 times. So yeah, I'm just going to start scratching Mexico and move my way up into the US and Canada. And that's all the countries that I've travelled to. My next trip, which is in a couple of months, is actually to Indonesia, so that's another one that I'll get to scratch off. In the comment section below, write down which country you're travelling to next. If you like this video, please leave a like at the bottom, subscribe if you're new, and if you want to follow this travel series where I'll be posting many more videos, including more detail on the places I've been to and various different travel videos, please hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when new videos come up. I'm Sammy P and happy travels.